is the word no. When you're telling somebody that they can't do something. You see, Dr. Lambert, at a very early age, was told the word no. When he was in school, he was told that he couldn't graduate from high school. But unlike some people that hear a no and believe that no, he did not. And he graduated from high school. And then once he graduated from high school, somebody told him, no, you can't do college. Now, going to college was a lifelong dream of his, but yet someone had the nerve to tell him no, he could not do that. But not only did Dr. Lambert go to college, he received 2 degrees from Baylor University, and he received a PhD from Texas A&M. You better be careful who you say no to. He has a gift. He has a gift of communication. He has a gift to talk to people. And he has relationships with hundreds of schools where he goes in and he is a motivational speaker. Oh, we're in for a treat tonight. But not only that, he has contracts with major corporations across America where he comes in as a motivational communicator for those corporations. Oh, I believe that we're in for a good night tonight. Would you please help me welcome Dr. Bennie Lambert.
Certainly, let me say good evening to you. Thank you very much, Chairman Bates, for those remarks. If we are in for a treat, it's going to be a short one. I have my watch out, and I'm going to be mindful of that. Yeah, you can already give me applause. That's the kind of treat you really like at a graduation because, indeed, it's about you, and I'm going to get right into it. It's going to be like the 2-minute warning in football. We only got 2 minutes to do this. Appreciate that is what you're going to get. Coming in this evening, I saw a couple of parents. I talked to them, and they said, literally, come hell or high water, I wasn't going to miss this. At about 7 o'clock this evening, for a lack of a better example, Hurricane Lone Star College blew in. And I can tell you right now, it's a great sight to see you sitting there because graduates, there are people sitting in the stands tonight who literally and truly are your home team. I'm here to tell you right now, nobody gets to be where they are in life by themselves. Nobody. You pick them. They didn't get there by themselves. You very well know the people here tonight came in the rain, and they're here to see you go across this stage. Nothing can't be said about that. And literally, graduates, you owe for certain tonight, you got to start yourself a wall of gratitude tonight. Simply put, you've got to take pictures of those people who have had significant meaning in your life. Trust me, coming out in this rain to see you come across this stage, there better be some flash bulbs going tonight with you and them, and you better put those pictures on your wall where you can see them and be reminded of what they did for you this evening. Literally speaking, data has been out that simply supports and says they poll the top Fortune 500 people in this great country that we call America. They ask them basically, what is it that you contribute to the reason you're at the top? Why are you so successful? And the resounding answer that came back so consistent was kind of shocking because initially it was not what the researchers had expected to hear. They expected to hear it was the college or institution which they had graduated from. They expected to hear that it was the parents in which they had been born to. They expected to hear it was because of the side of the tracks in which they were born on. But as the data came back, there were 3 things that came out of that data. And I would suggest and submit to you that these same 3 things that came from the top Fortune 500 people in America who said these are the 3 things that they attribute their success to, I would submit and suggest to you that guess what? They're the same 3 things while you're sitting here tonight being called graduates, soon to be in just a very few short moments. Number 1, this is what they said. Show up consistently with a positive attitude. Yeah, you can put applause right there because attitude is significant. Number 2, show up on time. Wow, that's an amazing stat. And number 3, show up prepared, having done their homework. It's amazing. You've done your homework in school. Many of you are leaving out in the world of work after this evening. There's homework in the world of work. Again, I submit to you, if you show up consistent with a positive attitude, you show up on time, and you show up prepared, having done your homework, there are very few things in life that you won't be number 1 at. Remember that. Secondly, I'd love to highlight every graduate here tonight, but I'd be here a long time and you'd be leaving. I want to highlight one graduate, and he's right here as fate would have it. His name, literally speaking, is Myford Collins. Myford wave at him, Myford, let him know who you are. He's right here. He's going to be rolling across the stage here in just a few short moments. He's unique, but he's not. He's a lot like you, but he's not. The interesting thing about Myford, it took him 10 years to roll across this stage. This is a big night tonight for Myford. Yeah, 10 years. And the neat thing about it, Myford, I'm here happy to tell you, these diplomas we're about to give you this evening, guess what? No place on them does it say how long it took. It just says graduate diploma. That's a neat thing. And I say that to all of you sitting here this evening, literally speaking, if you receive your degree, fantastic. Big Mama, my grandmother told me a long time ago, you have an excuse not to have a degree, but you don't have an excuse not to have an education. You see, education is a lot like Tide. It gets out the stains that all the others leave behind. Education is kind of like American Express. You don't even want to think about leaving home without it. Education is a lot like a slow-poke sucker. It lasts a good, long, long time. Education is a lot like Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. And then finally, this little bitty thing called education is a lot like Pepsi. It's the right one, baby. Uh-huh. As I move to my close, there are basically 3 kinds of people. There are basically 3 kinds of people in this world, 3 kinds of people that try to do things. There's those who make things happen. There's those who watch things happen. And those who wonder, what in the world happened? I would submit to you, the graduates sitting here tonight are those who definitely made things happen. And we're going to acknowledge them. We're going to share in their honor tonight. We're so happy and thrilled to do that because without you, there'd be no reason for us sitting up here. I just told you before, no one gets to be where they are without some help. Our faculty are back there, both from Kingwood and North Harris. Literally speaking, it goes without saying. They love what they do. You know it. You made it through, and no one gave you anything. That's why this is an honor tonight. You have earned your degree and your certificate. We're happy to share that with you. Yeah, you can put an applause right there. I said earlier, education is what it is. I really think education should be spelled E-D-U-C-A-T-I-O-N. E-D-G-E, education, because with it, you really do have an edge. And you'll find that out going into the workforce, going to your next level. If I ask each of you as I put my watch back on, because I'm reminded that time is getting away, because the real reason we're here, literally speaking, is for you, to share, yell, and to hear your name. There's nothing more important than your name, and we want to get that right, and we want it shared tonight with you and your family. If I ask you right now, how many of you have a watch? Probably all of you would have a watch, or I know you got that nice little cell phone on right now, and I hope it's cut off. If I ask you even more so, what part of your watch do you not need? And when you think real critically about it, you can say whatever you want. You can say you don't need the band. You can say you don't need the little clip. But when you really think about it, for that watch to be what it is, you need every part on it, from the largest piece to the tiniest piece. And guess what? That's how you relate to this thing called education, in the professional education, by getting your degrees. Some of you tonight are going to be coming across this stage getting certificates. Some are going to be getting AAs and ASs. Others are going to be transferring on to other levels of education and learning. The bottom line is we need every one of your degrees and your training in action in this thing we call life. Hands down, we live in the greatest country in the world, America. There is not a better country anywhere. In the last part